Hey everyone, JMDDS here, back with another video. This video is going to be one that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, actually. Um, yeah, I've been wanting to kind of. I'm not gonna rant about this subject, but I am gonna, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna give you all my personal take on these fragrances. It's just gonna be my personal opinion. It's not gonna be like this huge giant negative rant or anything like that. But it's just gonna be real talk, honestly. It's just gonna be real talk from the bottom of my heart, my true feelings about these fragrances. And so in this video, without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm going to be discussing a really popular fragrance for the last 3 years. That's going to be Dior SAUVAGE EDT. This is the EDT version. Just a really quick short story about this juice. I actually bought this on day one of the release. I didn't know that Dior was going to release some huge new fragrance called Sauvage. I just remember going to the mall on that day randomly, walking up to the Nordstrom counter. They had some balloons, and they were by the Dior setup, and like as if they were like celebrating something, and it caught my eye, and I walked up to the counter, talked to one of the guys there, and they were like, "Oh yeah, Dior just released a new fragrance, and we're all just kind of here like celebrating that." And I smelled it. I liked it. I really did. I liked how it smelled. Um, my initial impressions on that were it was kind of a little bit too loud, something a little bit too metallic about it, but I figured it was going to be one of those heavy crowd pleasers, heavy hitters type of fragrances. So, I bought it, and it ended up being this Dior Sauvage EDT, the original day one batch. That day one batch right here, the day one formulation. The so anyway, whatever. For all you frag heads out there, you all know the jokes we have about day one batch, quote unquote. Anyway, so yeah, I have about 5 mLs left of that guy. It's almost done, but that's my story on Sauvage EDT, and here I have like 3 decants of Sauvage EDP. So luckily for me, I can pretty much just walk into Nordstrom and grab whatever samples I want. They're honestly usually very kind to me. They just let me grab whatever. So here I have about three 5 ml samples of Sauvage EDP. So I haven't been able to I haven't been I haven't had to buy a full bottle because I have 15 mLs or so here for free. So it's kind of pointless for me to buy a bottle, as you'll see why in a sec. And the other fragrance that I want to talk about that is very similar to both of those is this guy right here, Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. So Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. So yeah, let's go ahead and just jump straight into it and what I want to talk about with these fragrances. So out of these three, which one do I prefer the most? They are all pretty similar, honestly, all pretty similar. Prada Carbon came out a little bit after Sauvage EDT. This one came out first, and I believe Prada Carbon was a 2017 release, if I'm not mistaken. Um, um, yeah, I actually bought this the week that it came out. And I've already put kind of a huge dent on it, as you can tell. This is the 100 ml bottle. So I have about 75 mLs left. That's how much I like this. Um, and obviously, as we all know, Sauvage EDP came out this year. This is brand new. It just came out about a month ago. So which one do I prefer? And in my opinion, to my nose, I really would much, if I had to choose between any of those three, or any of these three, excuse me, I would choose Prada's Carbon all day, any day, over those two. 10 times out of 10, I would choose this guy. Why? So why do I prefer Prada Carbon over Sauvage EDT and EDP? Um, this is just a more elegant, more refined, more mature version of Sauvage EDT. So this guy, as we all know by now, it's just a little bit, it's kind of a little bit loud, a little bit, some, to my nose, it's a little bit harsh on opening, incredibly metallic, can be really juvenile on opening. So this is like, the brash, uh, kind of like the brashest out of all these three. It's just kind of loud, like here I am, I'm here to project. Um, you know, that's what this guy is. And if you are a huge fan of Ambroxan and you like your Ambroxan to be, projecting like that, then you're honestly gonna really, really like this. But if you want something that's a little bit more well blended, a little bit more elegant, a little bit more mature, then this is, in my opinion, this is the fragrance for you, Product Carbon. Now, why? Why? So a lot of you may ask, so why don't you go for, or why don't you choose Sauvage EDP? The EDP is supposed to have been like EDT, but just softened, right? So a lot smoother around the edges, not as loud, not as rough. The EDP also has vanilla. It has a star anise note that helps the fragrance, that helps it, kind of get toned down a little bit. And it doesn't project as loud. It's actually a lot softer, a little bit more mature, a little bit classier, a little bit more elegant. So why am I choosing Carbon over EDP if EDP is the things that it has all the things that I don't like about the EDT that I mentioned with Prada's Carbon. And so the reason for that is because I'm really really disappointed in Sauvage EDP, honestly. Just really disappointed. First of all, in performance and longevity. This just sits close to the skin after 2 hours, at least on my skin. Just sits too close to the skin. For $120, I think we were all expecting, at least I was, um, some kind of uh, some kind of form of artistic integrity from Dior. But to me, this was just a money grab. It's literally the same fragrance as EDT with some vanilla and star anise, and they're gonna slap the name Sauvage EDP on there and ask for 120 bucks. Um, oh, and it's not gonna. At least this one projects and it stays on your skin and your clothes. But yeah, and this one's not going to project, and this one's not going to stay on your skin and your clothes. In fact, it's going to be gone by around 4 or 6 hours. And they're going to ask you to pay 120 bucks for this for just two more notes, basically. Yeah, no. For $120, I'd rather save my money and buy a niche fragrance than if that's what. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. In my opinion, Sauvage EDP was just a money grab. They were just going off of the popularity of the EDT, and Dior, being smart business people that they are, they're gonna release a fragrance with Sauvage on it, slap the words EDP on it. Everybody's gonna go crazy, and they're gonna spend their money on it. But no, y'all. Yeah, this one's not worth it, in my opinion. So why $120? Why am I going to spend $120 for something a little bit classier, a little bit more elegant, a little bit more mature, a little bit smoother around the edges? Why am I going to spend $120 for that when I can get this for like 80, or for retail price, $88? So that's already, I'm not a mathematician or anything, but that's already a $32 difference. um, So why am I going to spend $32 more for something that does the same that this does the same thing this thing does, um, but a lot cheaper and a lot worse. And by I mean I'm when I mean cheaper, I mean, it's a lot cheaper in performance and in longevity, not in quality, because this is still good quality. It's just it just doesn't perform as well as Prada does, as Carbon. This you're gonna get 8 hours, at least on my skin. I get 8 hours out of this, 8 hours in performance and longevity. I can still smell this on my skin, on my clothes, even after a long day. I get out of my scrubs. This is still going strong after an 8 hour workday. And everybody, and it has the same effect Sauvage EDT does. It's a crowd pleaser. People love this. Everybody around me when I wear this, the assistants I work with love this. The patients that I'm around love this. Everybody, I've gotten compliments on this. What are you wearing? That smells amazing. You smell like a gentleman is another thing that I've heard while wearing this. Every my I was wearing this around my mom and my dad, and they were like, "Wow, that smells amazing. What is that?" And I had to. My dad was like, "I got to get that," and I actually bought this as a gift for my dad because he liked it that much. Um, so, and with EDT, with the Sauvage EDT, yeah, you are gonna get kind of the same vibe from that, but like I said, this is a lot more youthful. This gives off a lot more of a youthful vibe than this one right here. So this is more of a fresh, soapy, clean type of scent. And while this is also fresh and soapy and clean, it's just a lot more elegant, man. I mean, if you all know Prada's fragrances, they're all this way. Somehow, um, Daniela Roshi, I don't know how she does it, but she just finds a way to make all her fragrances incredibly elegant, incredibly sexy, incredibly classy, mature. Um, all the Prada line honestly is amazing, and so with Carbon, they really hit it out of the park in my opinion. So that's why I would choose, if I had to choose one between EDT, Carbon, and Sauvage EDP. Like I said, 10 times out of 10, highly recommend Prada Carbon. If you don't have this in your collection, I would just, if you're somebody that's maybe like 25 or above, um, and you're sick, and you're kind of like you live in a huge metropolitan city where everybody's wearing Sauvage EDT, you're kind of sick of it, you maybe just sell this off and buy yourself Prada Carbon. So that's my take on those three fragrances. If you have a difference in opinion, if you have the same opinion, I would love to keep talking about this in the comments down below. Like I said, I'm not here to bash any company, Dior, or anything like that. I just want to, give my personal take, my heartfelt feelings on these three fragrances. This is just how I feel. It's my opinion. I'm not here to bring negativity to any house or anything like that. Um, it's just how I feel, honestly. But if you agree, if you disagree, I would love to hear it in the comments. We could have a nice debate about this. So please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be bringing out more videos coming soon. Thank you so much.